Alright, so we're here at the cliff, and there's a couple of things that live here besides us. Do you guys know? You know one of them, I know you all do. That's really special to Rumney.
Oh, the peregrine falcon.
Yeah. We'll talk about those last. What other animals or cliff dwellers or plants have you guys noticed that you've been like, oh, what is that? Any?
Bees.
A lot of lichen.
Bees. There is a lot of lichen. A lot of rock tripe. Over there should be some. You guys know you can eat that?
It's like pasta.
Tastes pretty gross. Yeah, there's that. And then you heard one this morning.
Raven.
Yeah, the ravens. They like to dwell on the cliffs a lot. They set their nests up high so that they can see down below them and see what they can find for food. Scavenge. What about ones that are closer to the ground?
Bears.
There are bears. They don't really dwell
Squirrels.
on the cliffs. There are big animals that do dwell on cliffs.
Goats.
Goats, yeah.
Goats.
Why can they do that?
I don't know why. I know they do.
So they have hooves, right? They have these like sticky pads, like the rubber on our shoes when we climb, and it's pretty much like super grippy. They can even do this, if you all can see that. It's got a nice little stem going on.
What?
What? Is that real?
Why
Yes,
is that
it
goat
is.
doing that? What is it?
Pass it around a bit.
It's on.
It's kind of a small picture.
I don't know.
But yeah, goats are definitely around the cliffs. They're from Alaska to like the Rocky Mountains. That's their territory. Yeah, they have 2 toes to improve their balance, so they can kind of like move around. Yeah. What are some other ones? Smaller. Think smaller and closer to the ground near cliffs.
Squirrel.
Squirrels? Yeah, they're everywhere. You guys know about marmots? Or groundhogs?
Darn marmots.
Dogs
Or
hang out on cliffs.
so all of these rocks create these like systems underneath the ground, and so they dig out all these tunnels and they hang out there. They can climb around and pop up. You see them every once in a while.
They chew your pack and your snowshoes and
Oh
your
my
shoes.
goodness, they're relentless. I had one that lived right next to my tent this summer and like would come out every day. He had a name. Can't repeat it.
Good.
Yeah, they can live up to in elevations. How high do you think they can live?
Real high.
10,000. Higher.
20. You gotta get the range first.
Right around 15,000. So 14,000 feet is as tall as or as high as those guys can live, which is pretty crazy for an animal.
What's the tallest mountain in the continental United States?
Is it,
Anyways, it's okay.
taller than R.
Renee.
No. We'll talk about that later.
This, everyone, is the
He's
marmot.
chilling. He's posted. It's a good day of
Those
work
legs.
right there. That's a good day of work.
Alright, what about some plants? Do you guys know about the ones specific to Rumney that are kind of endangered?
They're that fern.
The fern.
I don't know what it's called though.
Fragrant fern?
Very good fern. Is that it right
Where?
there? I don't know.
Down there?
Looks like a
There's
fern.
another one. They definitely grow on the cliffs. You can see one over there. There's one up higher.
One right behind us.
Yeah. They're very small. They're the smallest of the fern plants. And they're the smallest wood fern, I should say. They grow out of small cracks and often beneath overhangs. And it's definitely a plant that could be impacted by climbers. And like, not noticing that it's there, ripping it out so that you can get your hand in there. But they are endangered, and you should definitely look out for them because they're pretty cool. Alright, talk about one last one. This is the fragrant fern, a picture of it, but we have the real thing, so I won't show that. Does anyone tell me what this is? It is. What do you know? Alright, so I'm going to read
There's a lot of pages on this. I'm excited.
a lot of what?
There's a lot of pages on this one. I'm excited.
There is. I'm only going to read a little piece of it. I should have looked at where it was before.
You guys could read it today if you wanted.
Yeah, this is definitely a sweet article on them. This is about when they were going to tag the ones on Rumney. So the falcons, so they like to dwell up on the cliffs and like live way up high. They're kind of like similar to the ravens in that they like to be able to look down over the valley and see what's there. And they also don't have like much prey, or they're not like exposed to other things. They either like make their own nests or they like to steal ravens' nests too. They're kind of cool. But there was 39 pairs in the 70s, and because of all the pesticides that they were spraying, and today there's up to 1,000 pairs, which is pretty big. But I'm going to read a little excerpt from this, which has to do with climbing the gauntlet, which is one of the climbs around here, when they were going to tag these the baby falcons. Alright, so working our way up the cliff, an adult female peregrine passes back and forth over us in a rapid succession of parabolic dives within inches of our climbing helmets. Female peregrines are bigger and more imposing than their male counterparts in almost every imaginable way. Broader wingspan, more powerful bodies, greater weight, larger feet. They also possess fierce maternal instinct that erupts whenever they perceive threat to their young. As we clamber onto the nest ledge, kneeling next to a huddled mass of 4 down-covered chicks, the mother's defensive calls again quicken and rise in pitch. Now she unsheathes their secret weapons. Calloused feet with forward-facing toes rolled into 2 powerful bright yellow fists, plus a pair of trailing rear toes extended to fully reveal 2 sharp black talons. As the assault continues, she rakes our helmets and snags our outstretched sleeves. Attempting to redirect the mother's ire and give us an opportunity to ban the young, Paul resorts to cutting a leaf-covered birch sapling and thrusting it overhead. In moments, shreds of green leaf confetti begin to cover the ledge. Not all female peregrines are as aggressive as this one, but at certain areas we have to come to expect a dramatic reception on every annual banding visit. So pretty much,
They got attacked.
yeah, they're like very protective of their young. They're very like fierce when they are in danger, but they're also like, I don't know, they're one of my favorite birds. They're the only birds that like propel themselves downwards, and they're the fastest of their kind.
It's sick.
Yeah, they're sick. If you guys want this, this article is really cool.
Vertical
If you have
ground.
time today, I would suggest.
Are they like, where else are they native?
Where else are they native? They're
Yeah.
all around the northeast. I think.
I didn't know they were here. It's cool.
Yeah, they're all on
But
Main
they're like a
Cliff.
tropical
There's a lot of them on Main Cliff.
killer.
Have you guys noticed that, like, sometimes when you come here during the year, it's shut, like, you can't climb on Main Cliff? That's because of the falcons and their nesting, and they don't want people climbing up there, and, like, pretty scary when they're dive bombing you.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
It's kind of terrifying. Any questions? No? Cool, that's all I have today.